I am not the body. I'm not the mind. I'm not the intellect. I'm not the ego. I'm truth, consciousness, and bliss. Satchidananda. I'm all powerful, omnipotent, all pervading, omnipresent, omniscient. I know the past, present, and future. I existed before creation as consciousness. From me, creation manifested. I enter into creation to give it life. I am the driver in this body. This vehicle body is made up of the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, space. It is constantly changing. One day for sure I will lose this body. I am not the mind, as the mind is a bundle of thoughts coming from the environment through the 5 senses: seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, and tasting. I react to the environment through my organs of action: mouth, hands, legs, organs of reproductions, and organs of elimination. The sense organs and organs of action are instruments totally under my control as I navigate to rediscover that I'm consciousness. I'm not the intellect, the power of dispassion and discrimination, as my intellect is influenced and hijacked by my ego. My ego falsely identifies me as I am what I have, I am what I do, I am my reputation, I'm different from you. Things are missing in my life, and I'm separated from consciousness. I am free from the body, mind, intellect, and ego identification. I am consciousness. I am perfection. I am liberated. Devotees, welcome again this morning. Today is very cloudy out there, and it's once in a while, it's good that we come inside. And today we'll be doing the arati, Guruji's arati, and it's an act of surrendering, because each item that I'll be using for this arati is an element, and a sense organ is receiving it in my body. So the first item that I will use is the agarbatti, which is scent and is coming from earth, and it's coming through smell and going into my brain to form my mind. Then I will use the light, the sense of seeing, and the element is fire or sun, and that is going through my eyes and going into my brain. Then I'll use the conch with the water, and that water is for taste and is going through my mouth and is going to the brain again. And then I'll be using the fan, which is air, and reverence to the Guruji and all the deities on the altar. And the sense organ is my skin, and it goes to make up my mind. And then also I'll be using the conch again, and I'll be singing, and this is the sense of sound, and that is coming through my ears and going into my brain. And these 5 sense organs receiving this from the elements outside, this is what makes up my mind and my body. So this morning, devotees, we'll be surrendering our whole mind, and we're asking for the divine mind of the Lord. Because this mind and body that we have is all temporary. But we are doing it under our intellect guidance, because we have to contemplate of what we're doing. We have to be putting our mind here today. We have to think, oh Guruji, you're the manifestation of consciousness. You're God, Lord Shiva incarnate, and I'm worshiping you today. I want that divine mind, and I'm giving up these 4 obstacles that are my way: body, mind, intellect, and ego. I want to give up this false identification that my ego is giving to me. And then we'll be using the Trishul. Now, we have three innate qualities in us: tamasic, rajasic, and sattvic. And the Trishul is symbolic of that. We also have to give up those innate qualities because it's the lower nature, our lower nature. And we have to lift ourselves from all of creation, all of manifestation of consciousness, and we have to return to that place. And this is the purpose of our life, that Swami Parameshananda would have said. What is the goal of life? Self-realization, universal emancipation. And we have to do this together, because he said, what is religion? Self-sacrifice, self-abnegation, self-discipline, adherence to truth. So we want to go through our lives having highest thoughts. We don't want thoughts that are weakening us. And then when we're done with this arti, then we should be sitting down for our meditation, because we want to consolidate all that we have surrendered, and we want to speak to God through silence, because that's the language of God, silence. And when we are done, we have to go and serve, find a way to help someone. We might want to do, we're incorporating here the Pancha Yajna, prayer to gods, prayer to the rishis, because they give us the scriptures, and we, with our intelligence, we have studied them, we listen to pravachan, and we want to apply that intelligence today as we're doing this. And then we want to do Pitri Yajna for you, the householders. You want to remember the ancestors and send dynamic vibrations to them, so they will be thinking, oh, my children, my relatives are thinking about me, and that will send them, assist them in their journey for a higher life, in the future. And we want to do the Naryagya, service to humanity, service to God, the motto BHARAT SEVASHRAM. Find a way to help your relatives, your friends, your strangers, even find a way to help your enemies. And then the last thing, let us think of all of creation, all of life, Bhuta Yajna. So this morning, let us get into that space, and let us chant some invocations so that we be there to ready to surrender our mind. Isn't it so beautiful that we have the opportunity in this one arti that we can move from the manifested state to the unmanifested state, from the lower nature, all of manifestation, into that place, into that where we have no form and name. We have returned to our consciousness where we came from. We become like Lord Shiva. We become like Swami Parameshananda and Krishna Bhagwan and all the deities that you like and pray to. Sada Shiva Samarambam Sankacharya Madhyamam Asmaracharya Parentam Vande Guru Paramparam Vande Guru Pranavanandam. Oh Lord Shiva, you exist in the beginning as consciousness without a name and form, but you came to protect the creation. And just like Vishnu Bhagwan, just like Lord Brahma, just like Swami Parameshananda, you came, you took that form, so we can relate to you, O Lord Shiva. And you came again as spiritual masters, and Krishna Bhagwan, you've said you will be coming so many times. Devotees, let's have the ability to recognize God in all of creation. So then we will understand when he meant that I'll come countless times. I love this bhajan because it's so on point and so revealing. Guru Mata Pita Guru Bandhu Saka Tere Charano Me Guru Mera Koti Pranam. Your father, your mother, your friend, your everything. And today I want to come and surrender it to you. Countless times I want to be bowed to you. Endless time and all the time to surrender my whole lower nature, my body, mind, intellect, and ego to you. And you are the one that will give me that divine knowledge, that power, that divine power. And you are the one that will liberate me. You are the King of Gurus. Guru Mata Pita, Guru Bandhu Sakha. Guru Mata Pita, Guru Bandhu Sakha. Tere charanon mein Guru, mera koti pranam. Why don't you sing along with me? We'll do it again. Guru Mata Pita, Guru Bandhu Sakha. Tere charanon mein Guru, mera koti pranam. Tumi jnana data, Tumi shakti data, Tumi jnana data, Tumi shakti data, Tumi shanti data, Tumi mukti data, Tumi shanti data, Tumi mukti data. Tere charanon mein Guru, mera koti pranam. Tumi sadhana, Tumi aradhana, Tumi sadhana, Tumi aradhana, Tumi premarana, Tumi karana, Tumi premarana, Tumi karana, Tumi pranapati, Tumi raksha mera. Tere charanon mein Guru, mera koti pranam. Tere charanon mein Guru, mera koti pranam. Tumi vidata, Tumi param pita, Tumi vidata, Tumi param pita, Tumi Raj Dhiraj, Guru Maharaj. Tumi Raj Dhiraj, Guru Maharaj. Join me again. Guru Mata Pita, Guru Bandhu Sakha. Tere charanon mein Guru, mera koti pranam. गंगा में नहीं, महलों में नहीं, कुटियों में नहीं, जहाँ याद करो भगवान वही, जहाँ याद करो भगवान वही. Bhajan is saying, God is not in the Jamuna, or neither the Ganga, or the palace or the hut. God is where you think about Him. When you bring Him into your memory, when you meditate on Him, when you have Him in your thoughts and all the activities in the day, that is when you have God. पाताल गगन जल में तल में मुस्कात हुआ निकले पल में. मंदिर में नहीं, तीर्थों में नहीं, मंदिर में नहीं, तीर्थों में नहीं, गीता में नहीं, वेदों में नहीं, जहाँ याद करो भगवान वही, जहाँ याद करो भगवान वही. I hope you're bringing God in your presence, and the only thing you should be occupying your mind now is the thought of God, the greatness of God. Oh, Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasaj jnanat dhyanat vishishyate jnanat karma phala tyagas tyagak shantiranantaram. Hey Arjuna, you be doing my arati. All right, it's abhyas, practice. Many of us, we do the arti just by practice, by waving the items. But Arjuna, today, I want you to do the arti. Think about my greatness as we think of Swami Parameshananda, Guru of BHARAT, SEVASHRAM, and all the deities, Christ, Krishna, all, because they're all manifestation of consciousness, the Buddha. And Arjuna, when you're done, sit down, because you would have developed bhakti and shraddha by doing my arti and the act of surrendering. Sit down and meditate on me. Instantaneously, you become one with me, because you'll be speaking the language of silence. Silence of the mind and silence of the body. And Arjuna, when you're done, go and find a way to help someone. And instantaneously, you'll get the sense of bliss. How beautiful it is. So devotees, let us all do the arti now. But before we do that, we'll be doing Achman, where we'll be doing the purification. And join with me. Om. Om. Gange Chayamune Chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmada Sindhu Kaveri Jale Asmin Snanidhim Kuru. We make the water from the holy as the rivers of India. Om Kurukshetra Gaya Ganga Prabhasa Pushkarani Cha Tirtanyatani Punyani Kale Bhavantoha. We make this place of highest of pilgrimages in India. And now we'll be sipping the water. Om Amrito Pasternamasi Swaha Amrita Pidhanamasi Swaha Om Satyam Yasha Srimaye Srayatam Swaha. Washing my hand. Om Shano Devi Ravishtaya Apo Bhavanta Pitaye Shano Ravi Sravantonam. Now I'll be touching the various sense organs, because we want our body to be in peak performance, because the vehicle is going to take us to our moksha. So we ask in the Lord that we want all our body in peak performance. Now I'll mouth. Om Vak Vak, nose. Om Prana, Prana, eyes. Om Chakshu, Chakshu, ears. Om Srotram, Srotram, navel. Om Nabhi, heart. Om Hridayam, throat. Om Kantaha, head. Om Siraha. Om Bahobhyam, shoulders. Yasho Balam. Om Karatala, Kara Prishte, legs and all over the body. Now we prepare ourselves after a nice bath. We cleanse the inside, and we have all organs of peak performance. Let's bring the presence of the Guru here now. Om. Om. Om Dhyanamulam Guru Murti Pujamulam Guru Param Mantramulam Guru Vakyam Mokshamulam Guru Kripa Mokshamulam Guru Kripa. Bolo Sisi Guru Maharaj ki jai. Bharat Sevashram Sangha ki jai. Om. Om Sahasra Shirisha Purusha Sahasrakshu Sahasrapat Sabhumin Sarvato Sritva Atyatishta Dashangulam. Om Sarvatah Pani Param Tat Sarvato Akshi Shiro Mukam Sarvatah Sroti Maloke Sarvamavritya Tishtati. Om Jyoti Shama Pita Jyoti Tamasaha Paramuchyate. Jnanam Jayam Jnanagamyam Ridhi Sarvasya Vishtitam. Om Gatir Bharta Prabhu Sakshi Nivasho Sharanam Sure Prava Pralaya Sthanam Nidhanam Bijamabhayam Om Tvamadi Deva Purusho Purana Tvamasya Visvasya Param Nidhanam Tvamabhaya Swaswata Dharma Gupta Sanatanastvam Purusho Matumi Om Pitasi Lokasya Characharasya Tvamasya Pujasya Garur Garyam Natvatsamo Asti Abhyadika Koto Anyo Lokatrai Apiya Pratimam Prabhao Om Karojaya Guru Om Karojaya Shiva Om Om Karojaya Guru Om Karojaya Shiva Om Om Karojaya Guru Om Karojaya Shiva Om Guru Om Shiva Om Guru Om Shiva Om Guru Om Shiva Om Guru Om Shiva Om Karojaya Guru Om Karojaya Shiva Om Om Karojaya Guru Om Karojaya Shiva Om Guru Om Shiva Om Guru Om Shiva Om Karojaya Guru Om Karojaya Shiva Om Om Karojaya Guru Om Karojaya Shiva Om Karojaya Guru Om Karojaya Shiva Om Guru Om Shiva Om Guru Om Shiva Om Karojaya Guru Om Karojaya Shiva Om Om Karojaya Guru Om Karojaya Shiva Om Om Karojaya Guru Om Karojaya Shiva Om Guru Om Shiva Om Guru Om Shiva Om Karojaya Guru Om Karojaya Shiva Om Om Karojaya Guru Om Karojaya Shiva Om Om Karojaya Guru Om Karojaya Shiva Om Karojaya Guru Om Karojaya Shiva Om Karojaya Guru Om Karojaya Shiva Om Om Karojaya Guru Om Karojaya Shiva Om Shiva Om. Karo Jaya Guru Om. Karo Jaya Shiva Om. Karo Jaya Guru Om. Karo Jaya Shiva Om. Om Karo Jaya Guru Om. Karo Jaya Shiva Om. 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 Om Jnanam Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuru Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Om Mantra Satyam Puja Satyam Satyam Deva Niranjana Gurur Vakyam Sara Satyam Satyameva Paramam Param. Om Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatparam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Om Pitri Matri Surira Bandhu Vidyatirtani Devata Natulyam Guruna Segram Sparshayet Paramam Param. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Deva Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Om Dhyana Moolam Gurur Murti Puja Moolam Guru Param Mantra Moolam Gurur Vakyam Moksha Moolam Guru Kripa. Om Brahmanandam Parama Sukadam Kewalam Dhyana Murtim Dantwatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasya Laksham. Om Ekam Nityam Bhimalam Chalam Sarvada Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Om Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhusya Saka Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om. I bow down before Gurudev, who has opened my inner vision by removing the utter blindness of darkness, ignorance, with the help of knowledge. Mantra is true, puja is true, Brahma is true. Gurudev's words are ever true, and the feet of the Almighty are true indeed for moksha. I bow down before the Gurudev, who has revealed to me the feet of the Almighty, or the all-pervasive infinite being, who is of the form of the entire universe. Father, mother, companion, friend, learning, holy places, and the gods cannot be compared with Gurudev, who is competent to put in touch with the Almighty in no time. I bow down before Gurudev, who is identical with Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, and also the Supreme Brahma. The form of Gurudev forms the basis of meditation. The feet of Gurudev form the basis of worship. The words of Gurudev form the basis of the mantras, and the blessings of Gurudev form the basis for my liberation, my emancipation. Thou art endless bliss, source of infinite happiness, only representation of infinite knowledge, beyond all controversies, just like the infinite horizon and the aim of opposite knowledge. I bow down before Gurudev, who is one, eternal, purest, immovable, omnipresent, beyond all changes, and above all the three gunas. Thou art my mother, father, friend, and compassion, learning and wealth. Thou art my in all, O God of gods. Om Guru Kripahi kewalam, Guru Kripahi kewalam. Om Guru Kripahi kewalam, Guru Kripahi kewalam. Om Guru Kripahi kewalam, Guru Kripahi kewalam, Guru Kripahi kewalam. Balasisi Guru Maharaj ki jai, Shankar Bhagwan ki jai, Krishna Chand Bhagwan ki jai, Bhagwan Buddha ki jai, Sab Santan ki jai, Jai Sita Ram. Well, it's nice to have you today with me again. And I hope that this will be a transformative morning, like every morning. Devotees, make a decision today that you will be, your attention and importance will be on your return to where you came from, consciousness. And as you go, you will see that the nothingness of this manifested universe is just a leela, it's a movie. And when you discard it and you have make connection and the window is open for your moksha, just don't come back. When you discard something, you shouldn't go back and take it. So this morning, take the blessings of Acharya there. It's there for you and all the deities. Hari Om, Shanti, Shanti, Hari Om. 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 Hare Ram, Rama Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.